Good morning. This is Kevin with the Compulsive Investor channel. Just wanted to do a video here of a property that is being turned over. This is a rental property that I have in Akron, Ohio, and I'll give you the numbers on this in just a little bit. This tenant had just moved out. She did leave a little bit of junk here, but it's already cleaned up. So I just wanted to do a quick walkthrough to show you the kind of properties you can get in Akron, Ohio. This one is in East Akron. Bought this property 3 years ago, I think. This is because the first tenant was there, and she started having problems paying for her rent, and you kind of know when that's up. Usually I start advertising the property as soon as I suspect something like that. So it's advertised, and I've got like 3 applications right now that I got to look at later this week. But so here's the kitchen. And again, we walk around, and here's the dining room. I'm gonna switch this camera mode around so that you can get a better view of the property. Okay, so again, we have the kitchen here. I supply all the appliances. And we come in here, we have a dining room. Again, I haven't totally finished cleaning up. I did a little bit of patching here on the walls. The thermostat, I always turn that down pretty low, usually as low as the thermostat will go, just to keep the pipes from freezing while I'm turning the property over. That way, the bill's not going to be as high. Walk over here into this. Again, this is first floor living, so this is going to be good for somebody that doesn't really want to walk up and down stairs so often, because there's a master bedroom here with a walk-in closet, I guess you'd call that. Bathroom, full bath, no shower, but most people are fine with a bath. Some like it more than the other, but there is a shower in the upstairs bath. I put ceiling fans in all my properties. I put a joist hanger box, so you call it, a fan box. Wherever I do that at, that way I'm not gonna. You don't want to hang a fan onto an old box from a previous light fixture, because it's just not going to support a fan. This property has a nice little sitting porch here. I just painted the floor in here, but it has a nice little sitting porch to sit out on. Yeah, I know those curtains are ugly. I just tacked those up real quick to make the property appear that someone's here. That's something definitely important too, because you don't want most of the neighbors they're going to look out for property. In fact, I had the next door neighbor here take my trash cans in last week. That was real nice of them, because I get out here, I throw stuff out, I might not get back for a couple days. So these are the kind of neighborhoods I look for, and this neighborhood has some pretty good neighbors. So going back to what I was saying, you don't want people driving by seeing no curtains or blinds up on windows. That's just an invitation to break in and end up getting squatters for the winter. So especially this time of year, it's getting cold. I just hang up some cheap little curtains in there just to keep that blocked off so people can't look in. So anyway, again, this is a 3-bedroom house with 2 baths, and I did something different with this property. This is the first time I've done this where I painted the floors. I used to put laminate down, and then I switched to the vinyl peel and stick, which works fantastic. But these floors were in good shape, other than just somebody had already painted on them. So I thought, well, I'm gonna try something new. A lot of landlords in this area do this already, so I figured it would be okay to try. So I put this floor paint down. And I got 2 coats of this, 2 thin coats, and I think it looks pretty good. We'll have to see how it holds up after the next tenant, and then I'll know whether to use it in another property or not. That's what I did with my vinyl peel and stick, because it was a cheap vinyl flooring. I tried it out in one property in Barberton, first of all, just to kind of see how it would work. I had heard stories about it not sticking very well, and you had to keep gluing it down. I mean, so I just wanted to try it out, and we did, and that was several years ago. There was a tenant turnover, and it was perfectly fine. Not a bit of it peeled up, but I cleaned the floor before I put it down, and I used, I don't remember what it's called, but it's some kind of special, it's a thin, it's not paint, it almost looks like a milky kind of substance. You roll it on the hardwood floor first of all, even over top of partially painted areas, just to give the tiles something to stick to, and it worked fine. So I continue to use that everywhere. I don't have it in this property because this property was done before I was done testing the peel and stick. So this is regular laminate here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, I gotta change the shower curtain there for sure. I usually put new shower curtains, the tenants leave their old ones there, and yeah, they look gross, but it is what it is. When I was younger, I used to trade my time for money. I used to like making the money and doing the work. When you become an investor, you learn to think backwards. Especially as you get older, your time becomes more valuable. So I would rather pay somebody else to do work and buy time for myself than save money by doing that job myself. Sometimes I like coming here and doing stuff myself, but a lot of the time anymore, I pay contractors to do the work. It gives me the time that I want to spend with my family, do cruise ships, and just gives me that time that I want to do the things that I want before I'm too old to do those things. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about the cash flow on this property. I wrote some notes down because my memory's bad, but the sale price on this property was $40,000, and because I didn't do the rehab myself, it was almost $9,000. It was $87,000, $82 was what it costed me, and that includes materials, supplies, and the labor. I've got a nice a friend of mine from years ago that does a lot of my work down, and I pay him to do these jobs. So after you add in the entire cost of the property, which was about almost 49 grand to get it ready to rent, the cash flow is $430 per month, and that is after my debt service. So after I pay all the expenses for the property, I put 15% aside for future repairs, vacancy, and just for savings. 15% off the top, I put in the savings so it's there when I need it. And then I take off the utilities that are in my name, which is the water, is the insurance, the property taxes, and then my debt service. So that's the monthly payment for the property. And that return is $430 at the end of that. Most people think that real estate's a get-rich-quick scheme. I always chuckle at that. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes a long time. I mean, you think of, this is a pretty good cash flow. I mean, to have $430 a month extra, but that's not something you can live off of. And not all properties have that. Some of my properties only have 200, 250, maybe 300. A couple of them have higher because they don't have debt service. So one, I got one property I actually paid $17,000 for it. It's a duplex. I have not put debt on it yet, so I own that free and clear right now, and it is a cash cow. I'll have to give you the numbers on that maybe in a later video. But going back to this one, $430, you're not gonna get rich off of that. You have to have several properties to make enough cash flow to pay all your own personal expenses. Total return on investment for this property is 20%. That's after all expenses. That is the money that I put into the property versus what I'm getting back out. And I've got other videos to talk about that. And there's other math nerds that can explain it better than I can. So I'm not even gonna get into that in this video. But 20% is a good return, really good return. Most investors are satisfied with 9 to 10, 11, 12% is a really good return. So to get 20 on a property, that's really a fantastic return. You're not gonna get that at the bank. Because of what I know about real estate investing in my area, Akron is a very good place to invest because you have high returns like this on your money. I have a couple properties that have no debt service that the returns are 35%. So your money can really make a lot if you put it in the right market. Now there's other markets out there that are still perfectly fine, but you want to get the highest return as possible. So you get the 35% on some of these properties. That's fantastic. This one, like I said, is 20. I'm happy with that too. So there is a website that I use called hoodscout.com. You can go there and look at all the demographics of a neighborhood, the crime rate, jobs, the rating of the schools, cost of living, sale prices of properties. You see all that data. It's combined in one area, and it actually will split up the neighborhoods. There are several neighborhoods in East Akron, and you can look at that the demographics in order to decide whether to buy a property in that neighborhood. It's definitely not a get-rich-quick scheme. Do not get into this if you think you're going to get rich overnight. It's not going to happen. You're going to put in a lot of work, and you're going to a lot of time, a lot of effort, and don't get into it thinking that you know everything. I did that at first, and I learned a lot really quick. But the important thing is learn as much as you can and watch as many videos as you can. Learn how to sort out what's real and what isn't real, and just learn from that. You can become a successful investor. Again, this is Kevin with The Compulsive Investor, and if you like this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. This really helps me. It tells YouTube that people are enjoying my videos, and it gives me incentive to keep making more videos. So thank you, and have a good day.